Hey guys, it's Sonia. Welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to talk about why would Sheree Whitfield date Martell Holt? Sheree seemingly has it going on for herself. Seemingly, she is an attractive woman. She is successful. She has her own home that she's built. I told Sheree, I think she's an entrepreneur. She's on a hit show. Why would you date Martell Holt? That is the question. We are going to talk about it. But first, my name is Sonia. Welcome to my channel. I am a certified life coach, self-love advocate, here to promote healing so that you can have healthy relationships and date in a safe, healthy manner. So I have my thoughts on why I think Sheree is dating Martell, if this is even real. Now, this is TV, so we don't know what's for publicity. We don't know the truth, but I do know situations like this happen in real life. And what's interesting is here we get to see all of the players because everything is on social media and on the TV. So I just want to talk about it. Take this video as a learning video for entertainment and education purposes only. All right, let's start. I am a big picture person. So let's just look at the big picture here. Why would Sheree date Martell, right? If you are dating is about getting the information to determine whether or not this person is the right person for you. And it's very important that you know what your intentions of dating are. Now, she said her intentions with this situation is having fun. She said, I'm just having fun, right? But this is a situation where there's so much happening. Why would you want to invite this into your life? What he comes with, okay? So Martell's giving off a lot of information. Let's just take in some of this information that he's telling us. When I talk about communication, I'm not just talking about verbal communication. It's so important that a person's words and actions match up, and what you see. When you see how a person behaves and what they do, they are communicating who they really are with you. So to start, Martell lets us know that he is not a man of integrity, right? He is a man who has been unfaithful for an extended period of time. He is a man who has been known to be dishonest. He has shown that he's a man that doesn't really values and respects family and relationships, okay? Like he has told on his peers, like he's divulged their private information. And in his own relationship, he had an affair. And not only did he have an affair for 7 years, but he got this girl pregnant multiple times. So that means you're not using protection. So he's not a protector. He's not going to protect his family. He's not financially stable, so he can't be a provider. He's going through a divorce, and he's tearing down the mother of his children. Again, it goes back to integrity. Like there's so much that he is saying about who he is, and none of these things appear to be appealing. He is letting you know that he can't provide for you right now. He's letting you know that he's still interested and highly vested into his wife and his ex-wife and their marriage and their relationship. He lets you know that he is willing to tear you down to save himself or save his image. He's letting you know that he doesn't believe in honor and respect of his relationships. He's letting you know that he does not have integrity. He's letting you know that he is not going to be faithful. He's letting you know a lot. And then there's the mother of his child, whom he's involved with, and he goes back and forth with, according to her. And then that's public. So it's extremely messy. Like there's so much confusion and chaos. Why would someone who has their own show that they're on that's very successful, that it says they have their own business and they have a home and have adult children, like all of his children are very young, so he has to be very active in their life. Oh, that's another thing. He won't really have time. If he is the father that they say he is, meaning he's very invested in his children and his children's day-to-day life, how can he be present? You guys live in two different states. And then he has his children and he has to spend time with them. There are two households now because he has his wife and then he has the mother of his son. That's a lot to say. I want to welcome that into my home and my life appears to be stable. Now we don't know because I don't know her, but if you are in a place where you are taking care of yourself, like Sheree takes very good care of her body. You're working out, you're healthy, you're taking care of yourself, and you have your own, and your life seems to be at peace. Why would you entertain that amount of chaos? Because it's chaotic, right? How can he be present? He isn't emotionally present for you. Okay. So I want to talk about that. So the number one reason why Sheree may be dating Martell is because it's familiar to her. She may think of this as normal behavior, right? The amount of chaos and confusion that he comes with may just be what she is used to. It may be what she feels is normal. She may not feel like she deserves more, which we're going to get into that soon, but it could be very familiar to her. When you look at her dating pattern, she was with her ex-husband, who she said was extremely abusive. We don't know much about dating in between then. Then she had this guy who was in jail, so he's not available to her. Then you have Martell, right? So her pattern, her decision making seems to be to get with people who are not available or who comes with a lot of confusion and chaos. Like, it's not a smooth relationship. Number two, it could be her attachment style. Some people with avoided attachment styles want people who are not available because they are avoided attachment. They don't want someone that is easily accessible to them for whatever reason. A lot of times it is fear of rejection, fear of it not working out. Some people just don't feel comfortable with people being close to them, whatever the reason is. I don't know a lot about Sheree, so I can't tell you what, like, maybe her childhood was like. All of those factors play a role, right? A lot of it too could just be unhealed places and spaces. Some people have had some things happen in their lives that made them distrust people. They've been betrayed on several levels, and they just rather keep people at bay. So they choose people who are at bay. They choose people who really are not available. Number three, she can be a very empathetic person. You know, one thing about being a person who is extremely empathetic is because you understand what a person is going through, you feel like you can hold a space for them. But that is not for you to do, right? You can understand, you can empathize and sympathize with a person's situation, but also leave them to handle it because it's their situation. This isn't your battle to fight, right? But sometimes we feel like we can save them, we can fix them, especially if we have like a people-pleasing, codependent personality style. We understand that there may have been some type of childhood trauma, so we try to hold on and we try to be there and help them and fix them. But that's not your job. You have to remember that that's not for us to do. That's for that person to do themselves. Number four, they have a good time. One thing about people who are not available is they are going to show you a good time until they don't. You know, they are fun and charismatic because they don't take things seriously. You know, they know they're not going to commit. They just want to have a moment or some moments. Diddy is one of those people. Diddy is not available for a relationship. He lets you know that, but you are going to have a great time when you're with him. A lot of narcissists and con artists are like that as well. They show you a great time. You know, we have the love bombing stage. We just also have people who are very charismatic and fun. They're not looking to commit. Number five, it could be manipulation, right? But that would mean that she's just ignoring all the signs that she's seeing because everything is on display, you know. But he could have talked her into believing that, you know, Mel was terrible. You know, if he's a narcissist, he's going to devalue all the people around him. Everyone is out to get him. And, you know, that kind of makes some women put on their protector cape and then they want to protect you and be there for you. And again, it goes back to familiar territory where you're the savior, you know. Not saying it's right, but I'm saying there are some people who are very easily manipulated by someone, especially if they find them to be attractive. People will throw morals, values, beliefs, and all the red flags out the window for a person that looks good, which, you know, that's a whole nother conversation. Number six, she has low self-esteem and or low self-worth. You know, it seems as though everything is in place. The truth is, you never know what's going on with a person internally, but their decisions and their behaviors will tell you everything. As I stated with Martell, he is communicating a lot. He is communicating, I don't have integrity, I'm coming with confusion, I am manipulative, I am dishonest, and I am a cheater. That is what he's saying. That is what he's showing. That is what is on display. And so, to ignore all of that, to say I have someone or I'm with someone. Now, if she just wanted to date, okay, you just want to date, again, I would question that amount of confusion in your life, but to each his own. If you want to do that, why go public when you know everything that's happening with this person? You know what I mean? So when you don't know your worth, when your self-esteem is low, when you don't believe you deserve better, you allow so much more than you should, and you ignore the red flags. And lastly, she's choosing to ignore the red flags. Like I stated, some people will throw everything out the window to say they have a partner, everything out the window to say, I have a man. It makes them feel seen, it makes them feel chosen, it makes them feel loved. It's, I have someone, and sometimes people just want someone, but we all deserve better. You have to know what you deserve. You have to know what is healthy. And I'm not sure if she knows what's healthy or what isn't. So those are my reasonings why I think she's dating him. And again, I've talked about the narcissist abuse cycle. Check out my Martell video for that. That applies for anyone that is in his circle. They can work out together. And, I'm sure he's charming her in whichever way. Narcissists have a way of getting to know you and getting to know what you need. A lot of people become pathological narcissists or end up with narcissistic personality disorder because of severe abuse. And when people who grow up in abusive environments learn to try to please people, they learn to feel, they become more aware. And although he or she may not be able to empathize with you, they can feel and sense what it is that you need or want. So they may not can feel for you, but they know what you need. They know what makes you tick, and they use that to their advantage. So they use it to take advantage of you. And it's called cognitive empathy. Those are my reasonings for believing that Sheree is dating Martell. I really hope that she is really taking into account everything that's happening, and she's going to try to be safe, and that she learns or knows that she deserves better, right? So again, I don't want to get into it too much because I don't know Sheree, but I know of women like her, and I have seen why they've made the choices they made, which is what I shared for you today. Okay, please let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I love hearing you guys' input. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for joining me today. Don't forget to love yourself for who you are. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Take care. Bye-bye.